Alright, this meatloaf's going to be a pretty basic recipe. I'm using half ground beef and half pork with just some peppers, onions, and some spices in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've already chopped up the bell peppers and onions. I'm going to saute them until they're tender. Alright, so I've got some oil. Just going to do a couple of tablespoons of oil. And then I've got my bell pepper and onion. I'm just going to saute that until the onions are kind of translucent, starting to brown on the edges. Now this is a half a bell pepper and a whole small onion. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of dried thyme. That'll make it smell really good. Alright, so the onions are turning a little translucent. This will be good enough for me. I'm going to set it off to the side so it'll cool off. Alright, now I'm ready to mix the meat. I've got a couple of eggs I'm going to start with. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and some pepper. And a couple of teaspoons of lean Paris, Worcestershire sauce. Now the pound of ground beef. And I have some leftover pork from some Natchitoches meat pies I made a while back. It's probably a little bit more than a pound, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to mix that up pretty good. Now I've got a half a cup of breadcrumbs and a half a cup of milk. And then I'll blend that up. Now I've got this pan, disposable pan that I poked some holes in. I'm going to set the meatloaf right there and just loosely form it into a loaf shape. Looks about good. And I got a little bit ahead of myself. I forgot about the peppers and onions that I sauteed earlier, so add those in. Some more mixing. Alright, so I'm back now with the peppers and onions added in. I've got this rub that I got for Christmas earlier this year. It's made in Houma, Louisiana. Now I'm from South Louisiana, and my parents gave me this, so I'm going to try it out. So I'm going to put some on this. I'm just going to cover it. Alright, now I'm going to do a barbecue instead of making the ketchup and mustard stuff that we usually do. I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on. And all we have is Sweet Baby Ray's, so that's what I'm using. I happen to like Sweet Baby Ray's anyway, so I'm just going to cover it with a coat of that. And I'll put a little bit more on it once it's cooked for a while. Alright, now I'm going to cover this up, stick it in the fridge until I'm ready for it. We'll go get the smoker set up. Alright, just a couple of bits of information. The recipe I'm using is like a mixture of 3 different recipes I've read online. Second of all, this is the first time I'm cooking on a smoker, an actual smoker. I started charcoal grilling a couple of years ago. I've got a Weber kettle. I've tried to do some smoking on it before, but now I got a Weber Smoky Mountain a couple of weeks ago. I tried to season it last week by running it as hot as I could get it, or a couple of weeks ago. And so now it's my first cook on the Weber Smoky Mountain, so please go easy on me. If you see me make any mistakes, I'd appreciate some constructive feedback. With that being said, let's get the cooker set up. Alright, I've got a whole chimney starter full of charcoal. I've got a lighter cube by Weber. Light that on fire. Catches pretty good. Let me go ahead and set the charcoal right on top. And I'll come back whenever it's ready to pour. Alright, it's been about 20 minutes. That's good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into the charcoal chamber. Still one in there. And I'm going to pour a little bit more on top. Not that many. And then I'll just make sure I have plenty of fuel to last. I think that'll be fine. Go ahead and put the ring on and put the top on. Let it get a little warm in there. Alright, it's already shooting up close to 300. I'm going to close down some of these vents a little bit. Alright, I've got them all about a quarter of the way open. See what the temperature does now. What I'm trying to do is cook it around 300 degrees. Again, like I mentioned, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to try to get it to stop. Looks like it's still rising. I'll give it a couple minutes and then I'll see what it does and go from there. All right, so I've ended up with all the vents on the bottom closed, and this is still reading towards 350, and the thermometer I got in the center is reading 370. So I'm going to put this water pan in there. Maybe it'll deflect some of the heat. I don't know. I have no idea. Just going to see what it does. See what happens. All right, it's been about 10 minutes since as soon as I put the water pan in, it shot towards 300. Now this one says about almost 290, and this one's reading about 305 towards down the center. So I think that's going to be where I'm going to keep it at. I'm going to put the meat on, and I'm just going to really watch the temperature, and if I have to adjust one of the adjustment valves down there, or what do you call that, I'll just go real easy and just try to see what I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the meat in. Yeah, and I realized this 14-inch Weber Smoky Mountain was just a tad bit too small to hold this pan, so I had to clip the ends off. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I forgot to buy some chunks of wood, so all I have are these old chips that I've had, so I know they're probably going to burn up pretty quick. But I'm going to go ahead and put some in the door right there. Throw a couple of handfuls in there. And the temperature's already dropped down to 264. Putting that meatloaf in there. Oops, that didn't work. I know it's going to burn up pretty quick, so I'm putting a good bit. Put that as cherry wood, just because I saw somebody on YouTube using cherry, so figured I'd use the same thing. All right, let's see what it does. Okay, it's been about 50 minutes since I put it on, so this gauge is reading about 265. It's got to be closer to 300 down where at least down where this grommet is and down where the meat's at. So I'm going to go ahead and at least look and see what it looks like. That thing, it looks like it's kind of flattened out some. I'm going to go ahead and check the temperature. Looks like it's around 115, 116, about 117. So I know it's got to get up to 160 or so before I take it off, so I'm going to let it cook for another 30 minutes and I'll check it again, I suppose. Alright, it's been another 30 minutes. We'll check it out. About 135, 136. So, we're about 15 degrees in 30 minutes, so I guess I'll give it some more time. Kind of wish that stuff would have drained out into that bowl down there. Maybe I won't use the pan next time. Alright, 30 more minutes. Alright, it's reading about 162, so looks like it's ready to take off. It's been sitting about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and slice it and see what it looks like. I smell the smoke. I don't know if I can get to where you can see that or not. That looks really good. Yeah, that looks really good. Nice and juicy. I'm gonna cut me off a piece and try it out. Try a piece of this right here. It's very good. Very good. It smells like smoke, like the cherry. It is very juicy and tasty. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave some comments because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'll see you next time.